Welcome back to the NolanBuilt channel. I'm Nolan, and today we're going to be talking about how to put on a breadboard onto your dining room table. All right, first step in doing breadboards is putting your two boards perpendicular to each other and marking off where you want to put your either dominoes or dowels. In this case, I'm going to be using the Festool domino to do mine, and I have 14 by 140 millimeter dominoes that I'm using. It's a little bit overkill, but it's what I have. It's what I always use to join my tabletops. So instead of cutting these down and only having a nub left, I'm gonna use these as they are. So first thing you'll want to do with your domino is set your height here and your depth there. And if you're using a dowel jig, do the same thing with your dowel jig. Oh, and I forgot to mention that the domino is set to this tight setting for the first row of mortises. All right, next step is we are going to put a little bit of glue on this end of the dominoes, put them in, and then let them sit overnight. Now you want to be sure that you clean up any glue squeeze out so that you don't have anything holding you back from your clean surface when you get ready to make the breadboard up. All right, now that we have let the glue dry on our dominoes, we are going to come in here with a 23/64 bit. It's slightly smaller than 3/8. 3/8 is the size dowels that I will be using to peg these guys. And so basically we're going to come back a 1/2 inch on each one of these and drill out our holes through the domino. Now we're going to leave the center one not drilled. We're going to do that after we put the actual breadboard on. All right, you'll notice that on the dominoes, the center one is on a tight setting. It'll be perfectly snug to this one, and the rest of them have an elongated slot. I basically did that by setting my domino to the loose setting and going about 1/4 inch on each side and making it a elongated slot. This is going to allow for wood movement for the perpendicular direction of the grain. So this piece of wood is going this direction and these boards are going this direction. This board is they're going to want to expand left and right opposite of each other. So this is to allow for expansion. It will expand from the center out and back in. This is why we are going to glue the center tenon up tight and allow this to be the only one that has glue on it. So just like these are elongated, we're going to elongate these holes on these 6 dominoes to allow for the plug to move when the wood wants to move. And basically, we're going to accomplish that by using the same 23/32, 23/64 drill bit and going side to side on it to give it an elongated bang. Now we'll come back with a little bit of sandpaper to clean these guys up and make sure we have a smooth fitting so that nothing gets caught when we're trying to put these on, because it is a tight fit. All right, now that we have this done on both sides, we're going to add a little bit of glue. I'm using Type Bond 3. Waterproof and food safe. So tables, and we're just going to apply glue on the center stretcher, and we're just going to do a little bit. Not going to overkill it. Now that we got that on there, we shall put the breadboard on. All right, so now that we're done with putting the breadboard on, now I will put the other one on and clamp them together, let that glue dry overnight, and then come back the next day and put all the pins in to finalize this process. All right, so we are back. The breadboards have been glued up overnight, well, a couple of days now since I got busy on another job. But now we're going to peg them, and basically, if you remember, we started with the holes in the dominoes about a 1/2 inch back, and now we're going to come back a 32nd past that 1/2 inch and drill with the same drill bit through our spots that are located here. And what that's going to do is create a draw bore effect. So basically, I'm going to drill, but I'm going to drill slightly at an angle so they can pull this board and keep it tight over its lifespan. All right, now we have our holes drilled. We're gonna come through with a little bit of glue. And nail these in. And then once we have them nailed in, we'll come back with the flush trim saw and smooth it all out. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for the breadboard video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, please leave your comments and questions down below. I'd love to hear from you, get your thoughts, and I'll see you guys on the next one.